think I know what I'm supposed to be filming today. Whoop, 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 whoop. Changing. And this is a real live update because I'm filming this very quick turnaround. Being, yay for 35 subscribers, yay! Live view, you can see it. There are so many more of you than there were that are choosing to watch this, let alone people who watched and then didn't subscribe, but you should subscribe. But, yes, we are. Episode 3, It is the history of the CW. Recap, because it's been like 3 weeks since one of these videos has come out. We're coming to the light of the tunnel of talking about teen television of the 2000s. We had the WB, which had a lot, Sinfin Falls, and they're like, what are we gonna do to make some money now that Clinton has decided that we just have to do this thing now? And they're like, cool, new channel. They have a new channel, both the WB and the UPN. They tend towards wanting to court black audiences, religious audiences, teen audience. The teen audience makes them the most amount of money. However, the executives somehow want to pivot that from teens into adults because they, teens, I don't know why teens don't spend enough money, because they spend quite a bit of money. Teens are the tastemakers of modern culture, but whatever. So from the burning, they are like, shit, this thing's not making money. UPN has not made money literally since 1995, and the WB hasn't made like big money since 2000. So it's the year 2006. It's September 2006. They're like, bam, UPN or WB, CW. From the burning fire, the WB and the UPN was the garbage fire that was the CW. CBS Corporation, UPN, Warner Brother Entertainment, the WB, CW. Starting September 20th, 2006, with the debut of the 7th season of America's Next Top Model, we begin. Let's review what shows are there. From the WB, we have 7th Heaven, Beauty and the Geek, which was a reality show by Ashton Kutcher. Gilmore Girls, a single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves her kids and never stops. One Tree Hill, same. Reba, the actual single mother who loves her kids and never stops. Smallville, and Supernatural, the brainfuck. The UPN brings America's Next Top Model, Veronica Mars, Everybody Hates Chris, Girlfriends, All of Us, and WWE SmackDown. The CW was another channel targeting younger viewers, at least at the time that they built all this. Because if you remember from the first episode, did you know that the moderate age, the median age of a viewer of the CW is 57 years old? So the big problem that we are going to face is the 2007 to 2008 season's Writers Guild of America strikes. Don't be a scab. This would end up causing a lot of shifts in a lot of American programming, with the History Channel being like, well, what are we gonna do? They switched to reality-based shows like Pawn Stars and other things where they don't need writers, so they're really going to lean into like kind of like fictitious crazy people, Bigfoot hunters and the like. We're also going to get, expansions into the Kardashians, because you don't need writers to do them. They are the architects of their own bullshit. You'll also see this with why the like CN Real era happened, is because they didn't have writers to write for cartoons. So those cartoons were just like waylaid, put to the side, canceled so that they could, focus on, the children blowing stuff up with Andrew WK. Yeah, it's a wild time. That is a big, important, like, bedrock of TV culture from the 2000s is the 2007, 2008 Writers Guild strike, and then also probably the fact that a big old recession would then come out of it. That is referencing the Quentin Reviews video about the History Channel. Killing the comedy department at the 2008 writer's strike would kill the comedy department at a lot of networks. In May 2008, CW would announce a collab with MRC Media, Right Capital Media, to Media Right Capital to cover Sunday, a ratings, like, it's a pretty ratings dead zone because Sunday Night Football, Sunday afternoon football, Sunday morning-ish football. That takes up a big spot. So they're like, we're not going to put something that we really want to be successful there. So we're going to see what we can do if we can make a little money from there. So they released 4 Sunday shows. Those shows would flop. So the CW would back out of MCR, and they would lean more on reruns of popular shows like The Drew Carey Show, Jericho, and then movies during this time. Currently, it's Christmas time, and currently CBS is running little Hallmark-adjacent Christmas movies during their Sunday spots after their football games. I think it's really interesting that they're like, you know what? They're really low budget. They're like super low budget, and they're all from the Obama administration, but they're also very cute. So, no notes. Okay, so here are the shows that ran during that Sunday spot. For Real, an MTV Canada reality TV show running in the 2007 to 2008 season, had celebrity guests go to local communities to discuss local and global challenges. It ran for 8 episodes. In Harm's Way, people who do dangerous jobs followed like the Dirty Jobs formula. Hosted by Hunter Ellis, canceled after 5 episodes with 3 unaired episodes. Valentine, a rom-com drama, aired from October 2008 to July 2009, focused on the Valentine family, a family of gods and Greek gods, in modern time. I vaguely remember this show. I think they might have done reruns on Sci-Fi. Easy Money, a dramedy, airing from October 2008 to August 2009. A 28-year-old white dude runs his family's loan shark short-term loan business into the ground. He's an anti-hero with questionable morals. But tomato. I'm tired of these white men showing up and doing some shit. So those are the shows that ran during that spot. The WWE ends its run on the CW/UPN in September 2008 to fit in so that they can push more towards a female 18 to 34 market. Which I know plenty of femmes and women who watch the WWE. Actually, I know part of it is I just know more women, but I know more women who watch the WWE than I know men. But they decide to boot that. But lift your head, queen, because a new important show's about to drop. Gossip Girl, airing from September 2007 to December 2012. The iconic teen show will be covered in conjunction with the first book. And it covers so many things, so many careers, and launching so many careers of like Penn Badgerly, Leighton Meester, Blake Lively. And, you know, it's narrated by Christian Bale. I'm going to be covering it with the book, then the show, and then the second show. Has the second season of the new show been canceled? I don't think so. I think it's coming. But as a note, Megan, if you want to throw an end card up to the first video in this series, I talked about I would cover Degrassi and the new Degrassi. There's no new Degrassi. HBO Max and its Discovery Plus rigmarole has canceled that because it's taken me so long to film and produce these videos that so many things. I get to keep you all abreast of what's happening very quickly. But yeah. 90210 teen drama, fourth in the series. I will be covering from September 2008 to May 2013. The Vampire Diaries. Supernatural teen drama based on L.J. Smith, airing from September 2009 to March 2017. Attracting the CW's largest audience. And you know I'm gonna cover it and I'm gonna love it. Love me some fantastical monster peen. Of course, that's a long, big series, so maybe we will cover it in parts, but I will read at least one of the Vampire Diary books and then I will come back and cover the show. So much to do. So, skipping forward a little bit, we end up going into the grind of 2011. The CW gets a new president that is here to repair the relationship between the CW's comedy writers and, the channel. So, he's like, okay, we wanted women 18 to 34, but women can't take a joke. So actually, we're going to kind of pivot generally to adults 18 to 34. The CW also during this time cuts a deal with Netflix to be available next day streaming right after airing. Okay. I am a dumb bitch. And it's just not in me to lie to you all. So I will tell you about this, and we are all going to be nice. I am not going to be covering the DC TV universe. Not only do I not know what matters and what doesn't matter in the current continuity, because I don't think Warner Brothers knows what does and doesn't matter in the current continuity. But I don't care about superhero media like that. I watched WandaVision because I'm for the girls, gays, and theys. And it was for that. And then I went back and I watched all the movies because I only watch Marvel movies in large chunks. It becomes like a, literally it's like a weekend hyperfixation and then I'm done. So, you could not pay me. You could pay me. I might, if I have to, I'll start a Patreon, to watch these shows. But I'm going to very vaguely cover them in this list, just so you know that there's a lot of them. Like, where people say that Marvel understands movies, DC understands TV. So they were able to get their hooks into little teenage girls. I'm telling you, if you can get teenage girls, you can have the world eating out of your palm. Okay. So the beginning of the DC TV universe, Arrow, based off of Green Arrow, having a great don't even know what I'm saying. Okay, so it ends up being really, Green Arrow ends up being really good. It has a great opening, overtaking Gossip Girl, and gains back of the 18 to 34-year-old male that they had lost since Smallville ended. So by the end of the 2014 to 2015, we are moving quickly. It's quick. 2014 to 2015, the CW was up 12% in viewership. The next year, big shows that I associate with the CW's success would start airing. Plus also more DC/Arrowverse. Arrow, American superhero TV show based off Green Arrow, airing from October 2012 to January 2020. Bro. So I might cover, again, I might cover them. If you pay me, I would cover them. But I would do them in a separate video series that would be happening after the end of the Click series, and really after I get all these teenage girl books out of my body, out of my system, because oh my god, that would be so much knowledge to hold in my heart. Whose Line Is It? Started on ABC Family, running from August 1998 to December 2007, and now we have a modern revival starting July 2013, and it's still going today. Improv comedy on the CW. The Flash, part of the DC Arrowverse, Barry Allen's Flash, premieres October 2014 and will conclude sometime in 2023 after 9 seasons. Jane the Virgin, rom-com drum starring Gina These Niggas Give Me the Heebie-Jeebies Rodriguez. I'm going to be covering it, and I'm so excited. She is accidentally, artificially inseminated by her gynecologist, and that's how she becomes pregnant as a virgin, going from October 2014 to July 2019. Legends of Tomorrow, Arrowverse time travel wildness. It changes so often. They change their screen names so often, but Twitter mutual, the mouse abolitionist, has a TikTok talking about Legends of Tomorrow that I watched, and then nodded like an idiot and was like, uh-huh. And so I'm just going to direct you there to, sate any curiosity you might have about that show then, because I certainly do not know. It ran from January 2016 to April 2022, where it was canceled by Nexstar merger. We'll get there. Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, 4 seasons of excellent television, running from October 2015 to April 2019. Rachel Bloom follows her heart and her mental illness to her higher self. I will be covering. So, a bit about me. I graduated high school in 2016, and so I, as a person who took school moderately seriously, but enough that I didn't watch TV, didn't have enough time to watch TV after school, was now afforded time that I was awake, that I could just be like, oh, I guess I can just watch the CW show. So they're just shows that I associate with the time that I graduated from high school, and that are like, yeah. I graduated high school in 2016, so now I had the free time to watch TV and movies, and some of the shows that I watched were like, that I didn't watch but I knew about and all my friends watched were like Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, Riverdale, and more. The DC shows and my fave, the Dynasty reboot, were all debuting, and I was able to watch them thanks to Netflix. Alright. Here's some more boring business. Sorry, besties. Boring business stuff is that AT&T buys Warner Brothers Time Warner, renaming it to Warner Media, with AT&T owning part of the CW with CBS. Then we have some more modern reboots that we get to cover, and new shows being announced shows that AT&T saw the CW as lucrative. In 2019, CBS and Viacom remerged, new name Viacom CBS. So I have a bit of a graph. It's so not good, and I shouldn't have written it in a lime green pen because I can barely read it now. But it's AT&T. Oh no, my notes. Okay, so we have AT&T turns into Warner Media, Viacom CBS, okay, so AT&T turns Warner Brothers into Time Warner, turns into Warner Media. Warner Media plus Viacom CBS equals the CW. And I wrote a stupid little joke that says more like VCWM. Am I right, ladies? So, here are the shows that come out of that merger. So, Supergirl, superhero show running from October 2015 to November 2021. They killed off the lesbians! Superman's cousin, Arrowverse show runs for 6 seasons. Riverdale, I don't even know, bro. Following the Archie comics, I'm gonna cover this. This was originally meant for Fox, but was moved to the CW in January 2017. It was moved to the CW in 2016, I think late 2016, and then its actual official run was January 2017 to sometime next year. Yes, so it's sometime in 2023 will be its final season, and its 7th season. Black Lightning, Arrowverse, ran for 4 seasons, running from January 2018 to May 2021. Black superheroes, my mom watched it. Dynasty, a reboot of the 80s soap. I will be covering it. It's got Liz Gillies in it, motherfuckers. Running from October 2017 to sometime next year for 5 seasons. Even if they do let it come back, Liz Gilly has already been like, I've already had the funeral, I'm not coming back, which I love that for her. Don't let these people jiggle-jaggle you around. Also, the show is beloved by fans, but not that much. Like, let's calm down. There is a note that I wrote that a lot of these shows are going to be killed by the next star merger. So, Charmed reboot, a black reboot, a gay reboot, aired on Sunday nights for the first time since 2008. Witch Sisters. I don't even know. Can I find what I said in the other video about Charmed and just put that there? It's not as iconic and it's a little more woo-woo, but as previously stated, you can see these, Allison Preger, I'm punching the air, man. I'm so stressed. But someone else talked about Charmed and the Charmed reboot, Charmed Back with a Vengeance, Allison Prager. I'm just gonna put a doobop here for the video where I did tag her because I don't want to bother her by tagging her every time I reference her video. She was very nice. So Charmed reboot, black, gay, woke. October 2018 to June 2022. Roswell, New Mexico, a reboot of the mid-season replacement, running from January 2019 to 2023. 4 seasons, it will be covered. The Game, The Great and Unkillable. Do research into that. Like, look into that. How it's a show that's been on like 6 networks. It's a spin-off of a spin-off of a spin-off. I feel like I'm gonna have to, I don't really want to watch the shows attached to them, but I feel like I'm gonna have to do a video about them. Because what? Truly. Yeah. She was great. She ran from October 2006 to August 2015. I don't know how a show about people going to college and playing college football can run for 10 years, but go off, queen. Alright, the originals. The Vampire Diaries spinoff that will be covered with the Vampire Diaries. October 2013 to August 2018. 5 seasons. Legacies. The Vampire Diaries spinoff. October 2018 to June 2022. Batwoman. Arrowverse. Ruby Rose got abused, and then COVID happened, and then the show got canceled. 3 seasons, October 2019 to May 2022. Katie Keene, Archieverse, Riverdale, spinoff, the first show not offered to Netflix, but to HBO. COVID killed this show. Super bummer. 1 season, October 2022, February of 2020 to May 2020. Nancy Drew, Archieverse, Riverdale spinoff. October 2019, currently has 3 seasons, but the 4th season will be its last and will air sometime in 2023. Whew. Last ride. Why did that feel a little white pride, a little white power, a little Confederate? I wanted it to come off a little more Roll Tide, but a little more Go Dogs, but came off a little white pride. We're gonna go on our last ride into the future. Okay, so 2019, the CW didn't renew its contract with Netflix and they decided to use their own streaming service, seeing how shows would be split up between, HBO Max, HBO Plus, whatever it was originally, and like CBS All Access / Paramount Plus. But it turned out that they essentially decided, no, none of this is going to go on Paramount Plus. It's all going to go on HBO Max, which ends up being kind of bad because now I'm at the mercy of the fucking Discovery Plus people. It's like, ugh. So this year, 2022, Warner Media and Viacom was looking to sell the CW to Nexstar Media Group, who was their biggest affiliate group. Going into May 2022, the CW axed a lot of shows. You noticed. I said which ones, I said it. So shows that were axed were the 400, Naomi, Batwoman, Charmed, Destiny, In the Dark, Legend of Tomorrow, Roswell, New Mexico, Legacies, Riverdale, ending in 2023, and The Flash, also ending in 2023. In August of 2022, Nexstar brought the CW's 75% ownership, with the remaining 25% shared between Paramount Global and Warner Brothers Discovery, because they were also brought out by Warner Brothers. Sorry, AT&T. Nexstar would absorb $100 million in debt. So the CW would be running a thrifty ship to try and make money and turn a profit before 2025. The CW has never turned a profit. So big whops on that. So now we're in the present, and only thing that I can add now that I didn't have when I filmed this back in October is that in 2023, HBO Max and Discovery Plus app is going to merge, and that the app is now going to be called Max, which I think is terrible. But I might just be a hater because I'm disliking the idea of this altogether. So now we're in the present, and it looks like the CW is going to do what the WB did and court men and get really fucking boring. Currently, what is on right now, that wasn't on when I made this list back in August of 2020, is the Winchesters, and the girlies seem to love it. I think they seem to love it the same way they love Supernatural, where they're like, this is for the boys, and then none of the boys showed up, and the girlies showed up and made it gay. But it's the Winchesters, there's the Cowboy show. You know what, let's ask, where'd my phone go? There it is. Let's ask, we got a little time, let's see. Okay. So, new shows for the fall 2022 to 2023 season is The Winchesters, told from the perspective of Dean Winchester, Jensen Ackles. It's the story of how Sam and Dean's parents, John and Mary, met and fell in love and started demon hunting. It's set in the 70s. When John returns from Vietnam and meets a 19-year-old demon hunter, Mary. Both wayward souls are looking for their father, and together they join up with fellow hunters Lakita and Carlos, Jojo, to help them uncover the truth about their families. Walker, Independence. The 1800s set Western is the origin story for the Walker Texas Ranger legacy. Kat McNamara stars as Abby Walker, an affluent Boston the Texan transplant who arrives in the city of Independence, convinced the new sheriff is the man who murdered her husband on their way to town. Set on getting revenge, or how she calls it, justice, Abby leans on a thief with a heart of gold, Hoyt Rollins, to help bring down the sheriff. Gotham Knights. It's a mid-season. Batman is dead in this new DC series, and his adopted son, Turner, is framed for the crime, along with the children of the Dark Knight's biggest nemesis, Duel, and is an accomplished thief who was born in Arkham Asylum. Like Leighton Meester. Harper Row is an engineer looking out for her brother Cullen when they band together with Turner's best friend, Stephanie Brown, come on Batgirl, and Batman's unexpected sidekick, Carrie Kelly. They form the Gotham Knights. They will attempt to clear their names and find Batman's killer while they try to evade the district attorney, Harvey Dent, played by Misha Collins. They got all the boys back on this channel. They had to separate them like they're bad kids in a group project. They said you cannot all be on the same show. The Magic with the Stars. Celebrities do magic in this new reality series that will see two stars work with professional magicians to create their own series of magic performances. The celebrities must master 3 categories of magic, which they'll perform in front of a panel of judges led by Chris Angel. Why is this fever dream? The only highest scoring celebs will be invited back for the final performance. Recipe for Disaster. 3 professional chefs and their cooking partners compete to prepare spectacular dishes under absurdly adverse conditions. The studio transforms into a bizarre new world each week, replete with themed disasters that challenge the chef in ways they never imagined. Acquisitions. Professionals. Vincent Corbeau is a fixer for the rich and powerful, but things get complicated when his ex, Grace, his new fiance, Peter Swan, Brendan Fraser, and hires him to investigate an explosion of his next-gen medical data satellite. Family Law. Abigail Bonacci is a personal injury lawyer who goes into a tailspin when her husband kicks her out of their family home due to her excessive drinking. When Abigail ends up in court, drunk, and vomits on a client, she ends up suspended, fined, and unable to practice law unless she finds a senior lawyer willing to be her mentor. Harry Senior is the only one who steps up to the job, but the issue is that Harry is also Abby's estranged father. To be able to stay in her profession she loves, she has to work with Harry and her half-siblings. Alright, that's what's on there right now. We got it. That's wild. That was all from TV Guide. Thank you, TV Guide. I can't believe they got all the boys back on the channel. So, I felt sadness, deep sadness, when I first did the WB video. And it ends with the sadness of, of ending the WB. And when I first filmed this video, I did feel very sad because it felt like it was the end of something. And it still does. But now I'm mad. Maybe it's the fact that I've taken so many business courses at this point. But I'm just mad that it's gotten to this point and that a place that felt safe for creators to writers and weirdos, sorry Jughead, but it's true, is a place for weirdos and weird shows and like weird niche shit for teenage girls to make Tumblr blogs about being destroyed. Now I'm angry about it in a way that I wasn't the first time. TV is art, and art should elicit a reaction. I know that art also has to make money because of capitalism, but also, like, I can't think of a show outside of prestige television that has elicited reactions in cultural zeitgeist the way that Supernatural has. And the idea that you can't make shows like that, obviously they're trying with Winchester, you can't make those kinds of shows because they're not generally attracting the right people is always going to be frustrating and mind-numbingly so to me, because that's the one thing about television in the streaming age is that if you put it out, people will find it and they'll want to watch it. So yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I got feelings. Yeah. So there's gonna be one more episode of the streaming. I originally edited that video and then was like, oh my god, we're gonna start with the first show in January. Don't expect that until mid to late January, and maybe even into February, because watching TV is hard when you have to also read books. I get a chance to like say happy holidays to you all, because everything else that's going to be coming out forward is going to be pre-recorded back in November. But I get to say thank you so much for, you know, I really took this channel very seriously this year, and I you know, have done research into what I can do to make this more successful. I feel good when I make videos for this channel, and I also feel like I'm connecting with people who are interested in the same weird shit that I am. I am so proud of my Make Bling video from January. It literally came out January 30th, and then the next one came out on literally the 31st. Of my click videos, 2 videos in the series that I'm so proud of myself for doing. My Nick Bling video is at 957. If you know like 43 people that you could send that to, you know, to watch it, or maybe watch it again, I don't know, to get it to 1,000, I'm so proud of it. I only second to this TV series that I've been working on for 6 months now that I am equally proud of. I know I like to keep it aloof here. I like to keep it, oh, I have an end card, but I'm so glad that all 35 of you are here. Even when I have to argue with people in the comments pointing out things that I said 3 videos back, but that's what happens when videos are only 10 minutes long. I'm so happy 2022. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in the new year. I'm gonna go put up Christmas lights. And this is my sweater from my click video. I'm so excited. Yeah. Alright, and God, you can follow me at Megan_Blush_. And I've started posting some stuff, some TikToks, some clips from videos as shorts, so maybe if that's how you found me. I'm long-winded and cute. Alright, bye guys.